Hello, everybody. Before we begin, I need the audience to follow my complete instructions. We are all going to take a deep breath. Let's do it together, okay? Ready? Breathe in. Breathe out. Now, I want all of us to take a moment and envision 2021. The sun is shining, the grass is green, and I no longer have to take online courses. We are free to do what we want, to do what we love, to visit friends and family, and most importantly, we are free from the pain and suffering that 2020 has caused us. Now I want all of us to open our eyes. We can make that vision a reality, but in order for that to happen, we all need to work together to flatten the curve. Hi, my name is Amaya Watson, and this is my speech, Humanity versus COVID-19. This year, the world has been put to a halt. People have tried to say that the COVID-19 is exactly like the flu, but they are completely different. According to World Health Organizations, COVID-19 is an infectious disease newly discovered within the coronavirus. ScienceMag.org also mentioned that once inside the body, the virus hijacks the cells, making myriad copies of itself, invading new cells. As the virus multiplies, an affected person may shed copious amounts of it, especially during the first week or so. The same source also mentioned that after the first stage, COVID-19 will start to attack the lungs, and that is when it becomes deadly. Officially to the CDC.gov, the U.S. has hit 12 million cases. We have reached an all-time high of COVID-19, so it's now more imperative than ever that we follow the procedures to flatten the curve. So far, per the CDC, mentioned that there has been 253,600 deaths and that we gain 100,000 new cases every week. What makes COVID-19 more dangerous is that not only do we not have a vaccine available, but we are up to our necks in spaces in hospitals for deadly treatment. For example, pewtrust.org says that there were fewer than 20 ICU beds available in the entire state of North Dakota, according to state data. And healthaffairs.org also mentioned that it employs contracts with almost 4,000 physicians across worldwide of hospital settings, and mostly community hospitals would only have 100 to 500 beds. As for the vaccine, CDC says that we won't be able to have the vaccine till later in 2020. However, the COVID-19 vaccine may not be available for young children. If we don't flatten the curve soon, we won't have enough space available in hospitals for treatment, thus increasing the death toll because we don't have an effective vaccine yet. Fortunately, there are effective steps that we can take to prevent COVID-19. I have also brought some visuals and examples that I have with me. So, one of them is... Always wear your mask. This way, the CDC says that the mask helps because it absorbs droplets when we sneeze or cough. Therefore, if you are infected with COVID-19 and you're not aware of it, you don't have to spread it to others. But when you choose a mask, make sure it passes the fire test. And I'm going to do an example. So, you light it up. I was blowing really hard. Now, let me bring out the next choices of wearing that you guys have, which is a bandana. Sorry, it dropped. So, I'm going to do the fire test with the bandana. So make sure that you have things that won't be able to spread your saliva or when you sneeze or cough. And also when you're going out, make sure that you look for hand sanitizers. NationalAcademics.org says that hand sanitizers destroys viruses similar to the novel coronavirus, so experts believe it will work against the coronavirus too. I usually buy little handheld ones, but these ones are available in stores for $2. So after touching surfaces, make sure you carry a small amounts of bottles or even keep these in your car. Another way to defend yourself against coronavirus is by washing your hands. The CDC says that the people about hand washing, it helps them and their communities stay healthy by washing their hands. It reduces the number of people who get sick with diarrhea and reduces the diarrheal illnesses with people with weakened immune systems by 58%. Now, one of the ones that my mother usually buys, make sure you get like advanced clean soap or ones that says of defective. This is available maybe like $5 in Walmart. You can put it in little containers and wash your hands, and these are like work very good for us, and none of us in the house have caught COVID yet. So I wouldn't say like that's the reason why we haven't caught it, but little steps like this helps. Last but not least, one of the biggest ways to be able to stop COVID-19 is by keeping your distance. I know it's difficult because of the sacrifices. Oh, I know this is difficult, but this is a small sacrifice that we will have to make, but it will eventually make a huge difference when flattening the curve. If you're missing people and want to get out, instead of going to a huge party, just make sure that you have a friends group smaller than 10. In conclusion, this year has been awful, but let's make our future better by wearing masks, being clean, and social distance. If we all can work together, then we will be closer for everything to go back to normal. I don't know about you guys, but it would be a blessing for me to take a math class in person again. I hope my speech persuaded you to make these little steps for a big difference. Goodbye.